Hello again. I'm guessing that most viewers will have noticed that almost all plumbers are white men and that black plumbers are rarer than rocking horse shit. You very seldom come across a female plumber either. The Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy have also noticed this and they're getting worried about the situation. I give a link to a piece about this in the description to this video. It has been found that 95% of plumbers are white and that over 95% are also men. 2/3 of plumbers are over the age of 45, and with the massive project ahead of replacing all the gas central heating systems in the country with heat pumps, questions are being asked about just who will be undertaking all these conversions. In short, there are not many young plumbers, and those that are nearly all white. Why should this be? This is a question which I asked myself many times when I was working at a local college of further education. For 3 years I was in the construction department there, which aims to teach young people bricklaying, plumbing and electrical installation. This was, by the way, like a penal posting in some camp in the Gulag. The business about plumbers all being white is something which everybody noticed, but nobody knew the reason for. It certainly wasn't due to racism or discrimination, I know that much. The college intake was almost entirely from outside the area. Anybody in this district who actually wants their kids to learn sends them to Harlow College. Many of the students at the college, which I taught, were from Hackney and Waltham Forest. The courses in plumbing and electrical installation lasted 3 years and the ethnicity changed dramatically with the passage of time. For the first year plumbing and electrical courses, perhaps 75% or 80% of the students were black or of South Asian heritage. By the time the second year started, at least half the black students had dropped out. At the beginning of the third year, another 3/4 of them had gone, leaving classes which contained perhaps 10% black and Asian kids. When it came to actually passing the examinations at the end of that year, and so getting the qualification to which they had been working, and perhaps an apprenticeship or a job, almost all the students were white. There were a few kids from Indian families as well, but rarely any black ones. This was all very perplexing, and I watched closely to see what was happening to produce such an outcome. I wasn't the only one, of course. It looked lousy for the college on the various monitoring forms. The black kids were no less intelligent than the white ones or the Asians, and nor was their behaviour any worse. They simply dropped out more than the white kids, and nobody ever managed to find out why. They simply stopped coming, and we never heard from them again. The college bent over backward to avoid chucking out black kids. I might mention that the overall behaviour on the construction department was pretty atrocious. So kids were often getting suspended or chucked out entirely. But the black kids didn't have there wasn't a predominant thing there. It was pretty much across the board, evenly distributed between the black kids and the white kids. Not so much the Asian ones getting chucked out though. As it was, the non-white boys who did complete the entire 3 years were usually Hindus or Sikhs. I suppose that an interesting question might be why this matters at all. Does anybody other than some government department ever really worry about the ethnicity of plumbers in Britain? As I say, this happened with the electrical installation course as well. The majority of black students at the beginning of the 3 years and scarcely one by the end. I had plenty of time to observe this because I had a 3-year stint in the construction department, but neither I nor anybody else ever solved this riddle.